The internet erupted the moment Taraji P. Henson finally confirmed what fans had been whispering about for weeks. She is expecting a baby. The announcement wasn't flashy or overly staged. It came through a soft, heartfelt clip she posted on her main page. A simple silhouette video showing her growing belly as she stood near a window, the sunlight painting her in warm gold. No mention of anything else, no father's name, no extra explanation, just the words, "new chapter loading." Within seconds, the entire entertainment world flipped upside down. Fans immediately flooded every corner of social media with emotional reactions. Some celebrated her joy, saying she deserved every bit of peace and happiness after years of hard work and public vulnerability. Others admitted they were shocked, claiming they didn't see it coming at all. And then there was the wave of curiosity, an intense, consuming curiosity about who the father could be. Taraji's deliberate silence on his identity only made the moment more intriguing. Supporters said they respected her privacy, but deep down, everyone knew this mystery was about to dominate the timeline. Within hours, headlines began circulating with bold statements like "Taraji's secret pregnancy shakes Hollywood" and "Father unknown, fans are searching for clues." Entertainment pages started dissecting her recent appearances, noting how she'd been wearing looser outfits, stepping away from certain events, and even skipping a red carpet she'd previously committed to. Reported insiders chimed in saying she had been glowing more than usual, a comment fans interpreted as code for early pregnancy signs. Nothing was confirmed, but people treated every subtle change as a breadcrumb leading to the bigger picture. What really poured fuel on the fire was the caption she posted hours after the video. She wrote that she'd been protecting her peace, nurturing herself, and loving quietly. That phrase, "loving quietly," sent fans into detective mode. They started pulling up past interviews, recent photos, and even background details from her trips abroad to see if she had been hiding someone significant. Several fan accounts began connecting dots, posting rumored timelines, and claiming they had theories about who the father might be. Even though none of it was proven, it created an emotional frenzy. Meanwhile, friends and colleagues began leaving supportive comments. Viola Davis congratulated her, saying she was beyond happy. Octavia Spencer dropped a heart emoji and a prayer hands combination. But again, no one mentioned a partner. The silence felt intentional, almost protective, as if everyone who knew the truth had agreed to keep it locked away. Fans believed that kind of unity only happens when the situation is deeply personal and potentially more complicated than it looks. Behind the scenes, reported sources claimed Taraji had been extremely cautious throughout the early stages of her pregnancy, allegedly keeping the news within a very tight circle. One insider said she wanted to enjoy the process without public pressure, which fans completely understood. Still, the secrecy sparked intense speculation. Some believed the father might be someone outside the entertainment industry. Others suggested it could be a familiar face who simply preferred to stay out of the spotlight. But the most viral theory revolved around a rumored connection she formed during a project last year, one fans had never forgotten. As the evening rolled on, people began noticing something strange. Taraji had turned off comments on her announcement post. She had left them open earlier, but after thousands of messages poured in about the mystery man, she quietly shut them down. That move triggered a new wave of reactions. Some fans argued she was avoiding stress, others said she was trying to stop the wild assumptions, but skeptics believed the switch had more meaning. Maybe something was happening behind the scenes, something she didn't want the public to misinterpret. Then came the moment that sent everyone spiraling. A popular fan account posted a screenshot from Taraji's earlier stories, showing her walking into what appeared to be a medical office. But in the reflection behind her, viewers claimed they saw the faint outline of a man. The image was blurry, impossible to confirm, but that didn't stop people from zooming in, enhancing, and analyzing the shadow. Theories exploded instantly. Fans insisted the figure looked familiar. Others argued it meant nothing. But still, it gave the internet exactly what it craved: mystery wrapped in emotion. Even more intriguing was a rumored detail shared by someone who claimed to have been at the same location. They wrote that Taraji entered the building holding hands with a man wearing a baseball cap pulled low over his face. Again, unverified, alleged, but the claim gained traction fast because it matched the shadow fans believed they saw in the reflection. Suddenly, the timeline was alive with theories that the father wasn't just unknown, he was intentionally hidden. But late that night, right when the excitement started to slow, a new photo began circulating. One fans believed Taraji posted for only a few minutes before deleting. And in that single image, there appeared to be a clue that could completely reshape the entire story. The photo that allegedly appeared and disappeared within minutes was a soft, golden-toned shot of Taraji sitting on a couch, her hand resting gently on her belly. But it wasn't her pose that made the internet go wild. It was what fans believed they saw behind her, half of a forearm resting on the back of the sofa, covered in tattoos. People started comparing the markings to various public figures, pulling up old photos and matching patterns, but nothing lined up perfectly. The tattoo wasn't clear enough to identify, but it was distinct enough to send rumor mills spinning at full speed. Supporters said it felt like Taraji had accidentally let a piece of the puzzle slip. Within hours, several blogs posted headlines like, "Taraji's deleted photo sparks father mystery frenzy," and "Fans think they saw the missing link." Analysts began breaking down the symbolism of the image, pointing to the lighting, the composition, and even the color scheme as intentional choices. Reported insiders claimed the photo wasn't meant to be posted yet, suggesting it might have been a testing draft or a planned reveal that went up prematurely. Others argued it was simply a moment she decided wasn't ready for public eyes. Either way, the deletion only intensified the fascination. Fans who had screenshotted the image insisted the energy felt different compared to her official announcement clip. "There's someone there," one comment read, gathering thousands of likes in minutes. "You don't crop just the arm unless it was meant to be seen." Still, others pushed back, claiming it was reckless to jump to conclusions without context. They said people were projecting narratives onto a photo that was probably innocent. That tension between protectiveness and curiosity set the tone for the next wave of discussion. As the story grew, attention turned to Taraji's past interviews about love and privacy. Fans resurfaced a clip from a few months back where she said she was open to love again, but moving differently this time. Many interpreted the statement as a hint that she had already met someone new. Reported observers added that she seemed more peaceful at recent events, even after announcing publicly that she'd been navigating difficult emotional chapters. Supporters used those moments to frame the pregnancy as something healing and transformative, while others used them as clues about a hidden relationship. Meanwhile, another layer of speculation emerged when someone claimed they saw Taraji shopping for baby items with a man in a quiet Los Angeles boutique late last week. They didn't provide photos or proof, just a detailed description that spread quickly because it matched the build and styling fans believed they saw in the deleted image. Some took the alleged sighting seriously, others brushed it off as typical internet exaggeration, but the detail added new weight to the mystery. Then, late in the afternoon, Taraji posted a short statement on her story. She didn't address the photo, the father, or the swirling theories. Instead, she wrote, "My heart is full. I'm protecting my joy this time around." It was simple, soft, and deeply intentional. Fans described it as the kind of message that says everything without revealing anything. Some interpreted it as confirmation that the situation was delicate. Others said it was her way of reminding the world that she didn't owe them the identity of her child's father. But to mystery-hungry viewers, it felt like a strategic move to maintain control over the narrative. Soon after that, an entertainment reporter claimed that Taraji had recently turned down an interview opportunity that would have asked directly about the pregnancy. They described her as focused on family, choosing peace over publicity. Supporters applauded her boundaries, saying she had been through enough in the spotlight and deserved to experience this chapter on her terms. But skeptics argued that the refusal only added to the question. Why was she working so hard to keep the father's identity sealed? As nighttime conversations picked up, fans started revisiting older moments from her social media, posts that seemed ordinary at the time, but now, in hindsight, carried possible clues. A trip that didn't line up with her usual work schedule, a dinner photo where a man's reflection was rumored to appear faintly beside hers, a playlist she posted filled with romantic R&B songs. Each element became a piece of a puzzle she never confirmed existed. People weren't just following a story anymore, they were constructing one. The tension peaked when a prominent fan account claimed Taraji's team had begun quietly removing tagged photos from her recent event appearances. The removals weren't confirmed, but fans believe they might contain images where she appeared with someone she wasn't ready to reveal. The theory spread like wildfire because it aligned with everything else. The deleted photo, the cropped shadows, the silence, the turned-off comments. It painted a picture of a woman carefully celebrating her joy while shielding something and someone she held close. And just as the internet began settling into a new theory about the father's identity, a leaked voice note started circulating. Fans said it was Taraji's voice, soft and calm, mentioning something about timing, privacy, and not wanting things to get messy. The clip was unverified, unproven, and possibly out of context, but it didn't matter. It reignited the entire mystery, pushing the story into a new level of intensity. And if the whispers behind that voice note turn out to be connected to the father's identity, the next chapter of this story may be bigger than anyone expected.